Hey guys, Christina here from The Main Objective, and I'm really excited about this video today because I am going to be answering all of your questions. I posted actually a little bit over a week ago on my natural anniversary, which was December 3rd, that I would be answering any of your questions about transitioning to natural hair. So here we go. I've got my phone. If I'm not making eye contact with you, please forgive me. I'm reading. So I'm going to go one by one and answer everyone's question. I want to make sure I don't leave anyone out because I care, and I thank you all for supporting me. And yeah, so here we go. The first question comes from Hey Curly. Hey girl. And it's, did you use any heat, whether it be the blow dryer or the flat iron, during my 21-month transition? And the answer to that is yes. I did use heat on my hair, and I did so about every 3 to 4 months. And I did that to trim, do length checks, switch up my style, because as a transitioner you get tired of looking at those two textures and you just kind of want that old thing back with your straight hair. So I did use heat, but I exercised extreme caution when I used heat. The next question comes from LLG16, and her question is, what's your favorite regimen for putting moisture back into your hair? She says she's fully natural now and her hair is so dry. I do have a video on my channel about restoring hydration to dry, unmanageable hair, and while that's still valid, that's still a valid method, I say one of my favorite ways to put moisture into my hair is to deep condition it. That to me is the single best way to really start that internal moisture balancing process. I really do find that sticking with a regular deep conditioning regimen is going to be your best bet. And deep conditioning, like just deep conditioning one time and thinking that that's going to solve all your problems, not really the best move. Like, you really need to do like a weekly deep condition to begin restoring that internal hydration balance, restoring that lipid barrier, laying down those cuticles to ensure that the water that's getting into your hair actually stays there. Life as Kia asks, can you trim / cut your hair incorrectly, damaging the curl pattern? You can damage your hair from cutting the wrong way, but you can't damage your curl pattern. And let me explain what I mean. If you use scissors to cut your hair that aren't hair shears, or that are dull, or just not for hair, like if you just take your I don't know what the brand is, but if you take like some scissors from your desk at work and start trimming at your ends, you'll notice that in the coming weeks you will have more split ends where you just cut, and it's because those scissors aren't actually sharp enough to make a clean cut across the hair. So you can't damage the ends of your hair, and if those ends split and fray up, you can get curl damage that way. But just straight up cutting my hair pattern, my curl pattern is damaged, that's not gonna happen. It's kind of like a cumulative effect of, it's a cumulative effect of using inappropriate methods or tools to actually trim your ends. Maddie asks, what is my favorite moisturizer? I don't know. Just to be honest with you guys, I'm a product junkie. It's hard for me to have like one favorite anything, but I will say there are some moisturizers that I do like more than others. Right now I am a fan of Darcy's Botanicals Cocoa Bean Curling Cream, I believe is what it's called. TGIN's Buttercream Daily Moisturizer, Camille Rose Naturals Curl Love Moisture Milk, Soultanicals Fluffalicious Curl Nutritious. Carried Away asks, she says, hi, I really hope you can answer this. I'm thinking about getting color, maybe a reddish ombre, but I'm skeptical about bleaching. Are there any alternatives? And what things should I look for and ask about when deciding what salon to go to for the best color job? Thanks. And let's see, I'll try to answer this question as best as I can. I'm not an expert on color. I did get a reddish ombre on my hair. You can't really tell right now because of the lighting, and I had it done at Diva Salon. One of the first things that I'm going to advise you to do when you look for a salon to undertake, I guess, this color endeavor that you're on, is ask them do they specialize in textured hair or natural hair. That's going to be the biggest thing, because if you go to a salon that only specializes in doing straight hair, they're not going to they're preserving your natural hair texture or your curl pattern is not going to be their top priority. Their top priority is going to be getting you to the color that you want to get to. And I read somewhere recently that, I think it was like on a salon Instagram page, that basically something to the effect of, I'm trying to remember what I say. Something to the effect of, whenever your customers need to know whenever they're going to get a dye job, that getting a dye job is basically customized damage. And what they mean by that is that you're actually doing damage to your hair to achieve the color. So you don't necessarily, depending upon your natural hair texture, you don't necessarily need a bleach to lift to a certain color. I don't know what level red you're trying to go to, but mine was done without lifting color, without bleaching, I mean. So you may have to use, they may have to use like a higher level developer, or you know, you may not be able to get away using like the ammonia free dyes or anything like that. But definitely, I will definitely encourage you to consult someone who specializes in curly or textured hair. Even if it's like just an email correspondence consultation, just so you can get a better idea of what it is that you want, and you know, you can get some more professional guidance there, because I'm not a coloring expert. You know, when you go to a salon that, I'm sorry, my scalp is itching, y'all. When you go to a salon that specializes in textured and curly hair, they're going to make sure that they do as much as they can to preserve the integrity of your hair. Other salons, not so much. Hopefully that was helpful. Cupcake 2011-7 asks, is it possible to do a wash and go while transitioning? And she wants to do it, but she doesn't want to have the curly at the top and the stringy relaxed hair on the bottom. Yes, you can wear a wash and go as a transitioner. I kind of just let the stringy stuff be when I did my transitioning wash and goes, but you can always use like perm rods or something at the end where it's stringy to help create a continuous curl. Depending upon your curl pattern and your budget, you can do a couple of different things. I still have these from my transition. Oddly enough, I have not used them since. I did one straw set and that was it. But you can use straws, like, so you can have your new natural hair and then take a straw and ravel the straight hair around it like so. You know, bobby pin, attach a bobby pin to the inside of the straw so that you can kind of hold it there while it dries, and then you'll unravel and you'll have a curl. Or you can invest in perm rods like these, which I also have from my transitioning days that I haven't touched recently. You can invest in perm rods to do essentially the same thing. Have your textured hair here and your old hair, wrap it around, create a curl, boom, 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 there you go. So you can definitely wear a wash and go. You just have to treat it a little differently, especially if you're interested in camouflaging and blending those two textures. Tony F Baby asks, what's a good way to transition without the big chop? Just transition, you know. You don't have, your transition is as easy or as complicated as you want to make it. I just stopped flat ironing my hair, or I, you know, severely decreased my use of heat. I went from flat ironing every 2 weeks to flat ironing every 3 months, and it was a difficult transition period to get myself out of the habit of constantly straightening my hair. But whatever it is that's causing you to have damaged hair, whether it be a relaxer or a flat iron, just stop doing it. That's the easiest way to transition, is to just stop doing it. Find other ways to do your hair on mainobjective.com. On the blog I have a section, and here on YouTube as well I have in the video quality is not that great, but the information is still valid. I have some tutorials about transitioning hairstyles, like the satin strip braid out. You can do like a braid in curl. There's tons of things, tons of different options for transition or hairstyling, so that you don't have to big chop. And that's something that's really, really important, and I'll probably do another video on that soon about being comfortable with your chop time, because I see a lot of transitioning pictures, and there's so many people underneath those pictures saying, oh, she need to cut her hair, it's time to cut that, girl, gonna cut that. And people used to say it to me, don't listen to that, cut when you want to cut. That's another video for another time, but cut when you want to cut. Your transition does not have to be complicated. You don't have to, you are not bound to any sort of like time frame or schedule. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable, but just stop doing what was damaging your hair. That perplexed. I'm trying to get a read on what you're asking. I think you're asking for styling suggestions based upon where you live and the weather. I'm gonna be honest with you and defer to someone that lives in a bit of a harsher climate, because sometimes I just gotta say that I don't know everything. I live in LA, so I'm kind of just, you know, our temperature variation is about 20 degrees on any given day. So I don't really have to deal with the extremes as far as cold, and, you know, of course it gets hot and dry, and we have hard water and smog, and traffic, but I don't have to deal with weather extremes. I'm gonna defer to whoever wants to take up this particular item in the comment section, because Christina does not know, and I'm so sorry about that. When I comb or brush my hair, do I lose curl definition? If so, what do I do to my hair to keep it from tangling? Yes, I do. And particularly if I touch my hair, if I start manipulating it when I'm waiting for a wash and go to dry, I will experience frizz and lose curl definition. It actually happened to me a few days ago. So I've learned to kind of just be hands off with my hair while it's drying. You know, every once in a while I'll have to touch it or something, but for the most part, I don't have to touch it, but I want to touch it. For the most part, I'm very hands off when my hair is drying. To keep my hair from tangling, I'm sorry, it's afternoon. Yeah, I should probably wrap this up. But to keep my hair from, I don't really do anything magical to keep my hair from tangling. I can't do anything to keep my hair from tangling. My hair is gonna tangle. It's in the nature of textured hair to tangle. Like if you look at my curls, they're defined and they're kind of behaving because this is day one hair. But in the days coming, they will frizz, they will tangle, they will get all involved with each other, and it's something that I've just kind of come to accept. I know when we have our straight hair, we don't, you know, tangles are not that good of a thing, and, you know, makes the hair look ratty. But for me, you know, accepting, part of the natural hair journey is accepting the difference in the textures of hair and how they behave, and I just kind of have to accept that wearing, you know, out styles like wash and go, tangles come with the territory, so I just kind of tackle the tangles as they come. I don't detangle my hair between washes, so I just let them be for 4, 5, 6, however many long days, and go about my business. Goonstrap asks, I love that name for some reason, what helped me grow my hair healthy? Products, regimens. I'm currently transitioning from heat damage as well, and was wondering if there was any way to get my hair in better shape without big chopping. And yes, I did. Let's see. I think I took the main choice metabolism vitamins for like 4 months, I believe. And I did experience some growth, but I was also utilizing questionable hair care practices at the time, like not trimming just to retain length, because I was on this, you know, length chasing journey, whatever. So I did use vitamins. Vitamins do help. Currently, I don't take any specific hair vitamins. I just take my regular maintain my health vitamins, and I find that those supply pretty much everything I need to ensure to supplement my diet and make sure that my body is getting all the nutrients that it needs. 2 supplements that I always recommend for people that are interested in healthy hair growth that are kind of proven to work are, and I'm not going to say biotin because biotin, I think there's a big misconception about how much biotin your body actually needs. So if you take a multivitamin, it should have biotin in it, and you should be fine with that. You don't need extra biotin because you're just going to pee it out anyway. MSM and omega, those are the two that I would recommend across the board to anyone looking for healthy hair growth, because MSM has been proven to lengthen the hair. Let me backtrack a little bit. Hair has 3 cycles. There's the growth, resting, and shedding phase of the life cycle of the hair, and MSM has been shown to lengthen the growth cycle of the hair. So if you're actually looking to maximize the growth out of your scalp, then you definitely want to make sure that you incorporate MSM. MSM is basically a sulfur compound, and your hair does contain sulfur, so adding that into your body is beneficial, and it also helps with joints and inflammation. So if you suffer from any sort of inflammation or joint pain, why not do collateral benefit? Omegas, same, they have collateral benefit as well, and omegas actually help improve the elasticity of the hair. Not this hair, it's not going to do anything for this hair down here because this is already out of your scalp, but up in here it'll help with the elasticity of your hair. And of course, when your hair has a healthy amount of elasticity, it's less prone to break. So those are the 2 vitamins that I would recommend. As far as regimens are concerned, I'm not big on regimens. I just kind of do what my hair needs. But the one thing I do always advise is to have a regular moisturizing and deep conditioning thing going on. I deep condition my hair once a week, sometimes twice a week if I feel like it. And I add some sort of moisture to my hair nightly, whether it be spritzing it with water, spritzing it with some sort of leave-in, putting some buttercream on it. I always add, keeping the hair constantly hydrated is what's going to help you improve the health of your hair overall and get that length and retention that is the other side of that healthy hair growth, that healthy hair growth that you want. So you work from the inside of your body, you work on the growth, and from the outside you work on the retention with the moisturizing and making sure that the hair stays hydrated. I hope you guys found this useful. I want to do another Q&A and answer some more questions, so if you have any other questions, leave them in the comment box below and I will do another video. And it doesn't have to be limited to transitioning. It can be any natural hair questions about like almost anything, because there's some things that I won't discuss on camera. But anyway, so if you have any questions that are natural or transitioning or anything like that related, let me know in the comment box below. Bye!